sandwich, it could be a chicken salad, pimento cheese, and both, quite frankly, a little spice extra. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, the cupcake and drink are included in the $5 box lunch. Plus, every box has a personalized handwritten message of inspiration from our good friend Dale Childress.
Oh yeah, we love Woodstock Bake Shop. Of course, my favorite is the chicken salad. I love that, and you can get it on bread, but I like mine on a croissant.
That croissant.
They put that thing on a croissant.
Tasty.
And then you get the chicken salad. It's got a little kick to it.
Oh,
they all put a little cayenne pepper in there, and maybe a little chopped up jalapeno.
Life is good.
And I'm telling you, and then you get your cupcake, and I like the purple haze.
Purple haze.
Chocolate on chocolate. How many likes chocolate on chocolate? Every hand in the room went up. That's right. But love that along with the drink. It's a great deal. And Woodstock Bake Shop, I've been a partner with Grace Broadcasting for many years now.
And it's been a long time since we've been back there for a remote. I think we need to just find a schedule, tell Tim November to go ahead and purely for journalistic purposes.
Well, yeah.
The cupcakes and the food, everything.
Yeah, that's all secondary.
It's all secondary.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
We do love Woodstock Bake Shop. Today we're at Leaders Credit Union here on Oil Well. They have several locations in Jackson, all around West Tennessee, and including their app that you can do that stuff online.
The app.
Yeah, and we've been talking to Karen Freeman and Jonathan Jones. Now, Jonathan is the relationship manager. We're going to be going in and talking a little bit about mortgages here in just a little bit. So, Jonathan, as your position, relationship manager, I know that is, I guess, preparing people who want to get a mortgage, want to buy a house. What's that process like for you?
Absolutely, that's a great question. And my favorite part about Woodstock Bake Shop is opening the box and seeing the inspirational message.
Yes. That's awesome.
Yeah. Right there. And there's a part of that I bring into my work every day, where I get to sit with people and find out their story, give them some inspiration, and meet their willingness with an opportunity to move forward. A lot of what we do with the financial wellness program and preparing people for that next step, it comes out of the mission of Leaders Credit Union. Mm-hmm. It's to power our passion, power your passion, and make lives better for our members. And powering their passion for a consolidating debt, getting their feet underneath them from a budget standpoint, preparing for a mortgage application, whether that's the first time or they're going back into it after having gone through a setback in life.
Sure.
And we love that opportunity to sit down with them and find out what's driving them and help them achieve that goal.
When you sit down with someone, Jonathan, is one of the things you do is take a look at credit scores?
Absolutely. We have a new tool available to us here. All the financial champions here have access to Equifax to do a soft pull, which is an important feature because it doesn't create an inquiry on your credit profile.
It does not?
It does not.
But it can tell you your Beacon score.
But it tells you your Beacon score, and it gives a very consumer-friendly printout look at where your credit is from the activity and the history standpoint. And so that's where we start.
Cool.
We do the soft pull and sit down and put it on the table, and we look line by line, and we find out what's there, what's there that has been helpful, what's there that has not been helpful, and what's there that can be addressed.
Have you had any customers who have basically signed up for your program and work with you that come back and thank you later on for their success?
Absolutely, and it's such a rewarding feeling to have that sense of accomplishment with them.
Right.
Not that we've accomplished something, but that they have.
I got you. With the credit scores, when you sit down and talk to these people about that before they move over to get the mortgage, I guess you can advise them on some things that they can do to kind of clean up some stuff if they've got a couple of dings out there, right?
Absolutely. Your credit score is just it's a statistical analysis of your lending and your payment history. And so the great thing about it is you can change it. It's not stuck. It's a dynamic situation.
It's not carved in stone.
It's not carved in stone. And you can change it starting with the first sit down with me. There are things that you can do immediately to either address negative weighted information or to add in positive information so that you can move forward.
How often should someone check their credit score just to see if there's something on there that shouldn't be there?
Good question.
That's a great question. At least once a year, you can go to freeannualcreditreport.com. All three bureaus provide a free copy of the report. It doesn't have a score with it, but everything that's included in that bureau's file on you is delivered to you, to in the mail. It usually takes about 10 to 14 days for that to come. And that's advisable once a year, just to make sure that everything that you expect to be there is there.
Now, we've sat down with Jonathan. He's the relationship manager here. We've checked your credit score. He's given you some advice, and some things are going on. And now we're going to move over to Miss Kay Carroll, who is the Director of Mortgage, Sales, and Service.
Miss Kay, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys? Thank you.
Fine, thank you.
We're doing fantastic. Take us through what somebody that comes in and sits down across the desk from you, the process that you take them through.
Sure. We, here at Leaders, we've been doing mortgages for about 20 years. We have the capability of being able to offer to our membership fixed rate mortgages, variable rates for purchases and or refinances. So like Jonathan said, one of the things that we really take pride in is being able to lead the way for the member that is coming in, either wanting to achieve home ownership or to save themselves money, put themselves in a better financial position by refinancing that mortgage that they currently have. So as members reach out to us as mortgage champions, one of the things that we do is try to give them peace of mind to know that the journey that they're about to embark upon is very simple, even though it may not seem that way to them. It's simple. We're there with them every step of the way. So we try to set the expectation for them so that they know when they come in, all the paperwork that has to be submitted to them as we talk through their scenario, what they look for, what we're looking for, and then we set up on putting in place what's the best solution for them.
Sure. What about, someone who comes, they haven't found a house yet, but they just want to sit down and see, okay, we've got X number, this is what's in our budget, we have this for a down payment. Can you get them pre-approved for something before they go out and start looking for a home?
Absolutely, we do. We try to do that on a day-to-day basis. There are a lot of people, and the staff kind of knows this, I say frequently, there are not many people in today's society that can just wake up and say, I'm going to go buy a house today. They're not financially prepared, or they've not set the things in motion that they need to. There are a few people in society that can do that. They can just wake up today, but most people are not going to do that. So one of the things that I think that helps us be able to do by meeting with the membership, we get their information by way of their application. And get all of that taken care of so they can go search. They know their limits.
Okay, there's been a Victory Honda text lines are open, 410-7560. If you have a question for Ms. Carroll, anybody else, this listener wanted to know, do you do new home building loans?
Yes, absolutely we do.
That's a yes.
Yes, we do.
All right.
We've got construction loans available through the credit union. Folks that are going out and buying a home directly from the builder once it has been, completed. We have the options to be able to do those types of loans.
Outstanding.
Well, let me ask you this. We talk about the pre-approval, because I know a lot of times, you may have a couple or an individual that's going to buy a home. Before they get pre-approved, they go find the house that they want, but then they find out that they can't afford that house. And that's got to be a downer for that person. So I guess you would probably recommend someone to come in and get pre-approved before you even start looking.
We absolutely do. We have seen both situations be, something that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. It is better that people get their pre-approval before they find that house that wife loves so much, and then they can't do what they want to do. We do have options in place and tools in place for us. So if that person cannot be pre-approved for a home, we give them some suggestive steps and action plans so that they can have that dream become a reality.
We're talking to Ms. Kay Carroll, Director of Mortgage Sales and Service, and one of the things that you're offering here I think is really impressive. You have secondary market home loans versus Leaders in-house home loans. Explain, please.
We absolutely do. So secondary market loans are basically just a loan that we do, and the borrower is going to deal with us from the inception all the way through the closing. The loan gets packaged up and sold to one of the investors, and that's where they make their payments. That's the servicer of the loan. We offer a wide variety of mortgage products on that channel. The in-house loans that we do they're kept with leaders. So
Really?
they're still working with us from
Really?
point A to point Z, but we take the payments, we service that loan. So their loan is not sold to someone down in Florida or up in New Jersey to make their payments. They're
Right.
here local.
That's
Now,
awesome.
that's interesting.
Yes.
What's the criteria? I mean, if my wife and I are gonna buy another home, and you're gonna advise us, I mean, what are your choices in recommending in-house or recommending secondary?
My number one goal, and I think what our mortgage champions strive to do daily, is we talk to the member. What's your wants? What's
Okay.
your needs? What are you looking to achieve with this transaction? Knowing the details and the criteria that our borrowers want to do and what they have available to them, that helps us choose the path and give them the option of what's best for them.
Ma'am, what can people expect when choosing Leaders Mortgage Services? Some of the expectations.
We are all about relationships.
Good.
Leaders Credit Union that's one of the foundational points that we do as a company, and that stems over to the mortgage department. You know, when you have someone who comes in and they champion on your behalf, they lead the way, they are, taking every step alongside you, that helps people to understand. Having all the expectations set before them, there are no surprises along that journey of home ownership or saving money in a refinance.
Let's talk interest rates a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's, when somebody sits down and talking about any kind of loan,
Yes.
they want to know what's the interest rate.
Absolutely.
So where are we now with interest rates on home loans?
Interest rates are still holding really steady. Our 30-year fixed rate as of Monday, our best starting rate was like 4.25%.
Okay.
Our 15-year rate, I think, was running us right around 4%,
Okay.
3.875. Borrowers have an ability to get one of the best rates that can be offered in West Tennessee with Leaders Credit Union. We actually have a best loan home pricing guarantee. So what we do is we put our money where our mouth is. And if you have an individual who goes and shops against Leaders with another mortgage company, we have the option to match or beat that particular competitor's rate and or fees.
No kidding.
And if we can't, and they close on that same type of loan that they have gotten quoted on the loan estimate, we'll pay them $1,000.
My goodness.
How about that?
We've had that guarantee out for about 7 years.
Right,
We've yet
cool.
to pay out on that.
So there's no reason whatsoever not to come here
No reason at all.
to check out for the mortgage.
Absolutely.
Correct. That is awesome. 15-year and 30-year mortgage. And I know obviously it's 15 years and 30 years, but what are some of the differences other than just that between those two loans?
Sure. A lot of times when you get a 30-year mortgage, you're going to have a much lower payment,
Right.
monthly required payment that is set. Again, I think it goes back to your borrower, your member that you're dealing with. What do they really want to achieve through that process?
Sure.
15 years, you
Okay.
can pay it off much earlier,
Then it's
Right.
yours.
and it's yours, and it's less interest in the long run.
Sure. I know a lot of people maybe, they'll do a 30, but then they'll want to like double up on some payments here and there to maybe cut it back
Sure.
several years.
Absolutely.
But they have that option.
Principal.
They
Right,
had that
total
option,
principal.
yes,
No,
they
Without
absolutely.
without penalty.
No penalty whatsoever for early payoff, so if they chose, and to me, that would be an excellent option to do,
Right.
to be able to do that.
Well, I know, because a lot of times too, you may have a mortgage and then, you may get an, it certainly does.
Miss Carol, can you hang on 1 minute? We've got to take care of a couple of spots here, but we will return. We are Brad McCoy, myself, live at Leaders Credit Union. We'll be right back.
Okay. Good job.
She can talk to
We
And
may-
I had to follow you.
What about Jonathan's amazing transition?
Yes, he did an awesome job.
Amazing.
Set me right, it was
Joy
the
Gates
pat on
called.
the
That's
back.
right,
It was
yeah.
like, I can do this, I can do this. So thank you.
Sure, absolutely.
My bit's not terribly long.
You're kidding.
All right.
Woodstock.
Woodstock. Well, we've got another little segment here, Joey Ye from Asia Garden, they're having their birthday celebration. She's gonna call in, we can do a little segment with her.
Thank you.
On the phone. So, thank you.
We get everyone from leaders in for a picture around the group, around the table.
Are you guys going? Are you?
Got a few, couple minutes.
Say
our sausage is made right now. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Got it.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
So that you win. You on there?
And, you know how it is, she may call, she may not call. We'll, if you want to, we'll come back and talk a little bit about the.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, by all means.
Hang on a second. Sorry about that
That's
stuff.
all right, Brad.
Yeah, we
I'm
got-
reaching for my headsets, and Brad likes them so much. I'll tell you what, Brad, at the end of the day, I'm getting these headsets.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
I'll even autograph them.
Wait, you've got the longest cord. I guess that's why I was,
That's okay.
I was wondering, hey, you just heard Asia Garden, their ad. Well, they've got a big birthday celebration going on all week long. They've been here for 35 years. And with us right now is Joy Ye from Asia Garden. Hey, Joy, how you doing?
Hi, Joy.
So 35, yeah, go ahead.
Tell you guys an awesome story I have about Leaders Credit Union personally.
Okay.
I love Leaders Credit Union. I had worked in New York for about 4 years and had built up some debt just living there. And moved back to Jackson, I was in my young 20s, and I was trying to consolidate my debt and then get off. But I was so young, and the job I had at the time wasn't paying a lot, and so he turned down left and right by banks here in town that would take, a chance on me, because they said you don't have enough credit built up, your job, you're not making enough money. And so I walked in the Leaders Credit Union, and a woman took me back to her office, and she said, well, you know what's going on, but I've talked with you a while, and I'm gonna take a chance on you. And so she gave me a loan, I paid it off in 2 years, and I've been with Leaders ever since.
Wow.
I love them.
Wow.
Cool.
That's an awesome story right there. And that's a testimonial, and we didn't set that up. As a matter of fact, when Joy heard that we were gonna be at Leaders today, she was like, I gotta call and tell this story about how great they were to me. That is awesome.
Exactly.
That is awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
And well, thanks for sharing that. And the folks that we have here in the boardroom at Leaders, they've all got big smiles on their faces right now, Joy, for sure.
I always have a good time coming into their location, because they're one of the last banks in Jackson where you walk in, they know your name, and they're not outside corporate. If you walk into another name, they treat you like a number and just next. But they know you, and they're nice, and they try to help you out.
Right.
They're not, just after you.
Right. Kind of like the folks at Asia Garden, huh?
So Joy, happy 35th birthday. I know you've had a lot of festivities going on all week. What's going on tonight?
Well, tonight we're having Crystal King with Indigo Candle Company, and she's going to set the mood for our romance night.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we're having Dave Thomas is going to play keyboard, and he has won the best player at the Tennessee Music Awards. So he knows his stuff, and he's also bringing along Bobby Lewis on fiddle. So you can't go wrong with a keyboard and violin on romance night.
Very true.
And I noticed you said fiddle, and I'm glad you didn't say violin, because this is West Tennessee, and it is a fiddle here.
I know, I'm sort of interested how they're going to do it, because Bobby's won awards, so many for fiddle.
Right.
And so I'm talking to Dave, and I said, now, we can do it, man, not so fast. And he said, oh, no, we can do it. It's going to be fun to see, how it all turns out.
Now, they're going to be there from 6 to 8 tonight, is that correct?
That's right, that's right.
All right. So Asia Garden, right there at the former Barn Hill building in the Hamilton Hills Shopping Center, just across the parking lot from where they used to be. And they're celebrating 35 years in Jackson. Lots of stuff is coming and gone. One of the things, and I know I brought this up before, but this is amazing to me. Blockbuster was formed in 1985 when Asia Garden was formed.
That's right, we survived.
Blockbuster has come and gone. They're done, and Asia Garden is bigger and better than ever. That's an accomplishment there, Joy, and I know that your family, the Gay family, y'all are all proud of that. And, we're glad to have y'all in Jackson. We love Asia Garden, that's for sure.
Joy, I've got a question. Will the Asia Garden be open for Mother's Day?
Well, Agent Arby's, oh, yeah.
Good. Because a lot of, sure, outstanding, because a lot of people are thinking about, you know, of course, you can't forget about Mom, and it's such a special day. And I was just making sure you were going to be open on that day.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Mother's Day, especially, I mean, we've got great food, it's wonderful to just sit here in our new location and just sit down and eat. It's a good time to introduce someone to our restaurant if they've never eaten here before.
Japanese, Chinese, and sushi voted best of the best of the best for, I don't know, I lost count how many years in a row it's been. The last 50 years, I think. You've only been in business for 35. They won it 15 years before they ever opened up a restaurant. But that's awesome. And folks, go out and enjoy Asia Garden. You got time right now, as a matter of fact. It's coming up on noon. Open for lunch. You can come by and visit with them if you can. And tonight, 6 to 8, they're going to have the special music, and Indigo Sense will be there as they celebrate 35 years of birthday celebration at Asia Garden. Joy, thanks for checking in with us today, and thanks for sharing that about Leaders Credit Union.
Yeah, I couldn't let it go by, because I just had to return the favor, because they took a chance on me those many years ago, and now I just had to call in and say something back to them.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Joy, thanks, and appreciate you and Asia Garden very much, and y'all's partnership with us here at the Talk of Jackson.
I appreciate you. Have a good
All right, thanks, Joy. We'll see
Brad,
you.
the time is 11:56. We need to take one more break, and we will come back and continue our conversation with Ms. Kate Carroll. We'll be chatting with Mr. Chad Tillman. And we'll also be having a word or two with Matthew Cleek and or Ross Pretty. This is 93.1, the Talk of Jackson, WTJS. We'll be right back. All right.
You put your headsets on that side.